We are not messing around. They said Digger looks like a younger Gladys Knight.
I've gotten, you know what? I think
I can see that.
I've gotten that a lot in my career. Somebody said
Love overboard.
if they ever do a Gladys Knight biopic, I should play her in her in
Love overboard.
I've gotten
Loving me some help.
me and and Kelly Rowland look like Kelly Rowland would be the younger one, and then I'll be like her midlife one, and then yeah. So we're just Gladys offspring. I'll take it. I'm here for it. She was killing verses.
Oh yeah. We don't know where Godfrey's at right now. I hit him up earlier after last night's show. I think he's still recovering. Yeah.
No, what made it funny was that every time he did pop back in, he was in a different background.
Hilarious. All right. Y'all make sure you get in here, click those likes. We're about to bring our first guest on in a minute. That's right. We're striving to do multiple guests tonight.
Yes. We're doing it. We riding around. We getting it.
We're going to have some good discussions.
Thanks, guys. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
He said, I got to see what y'all talking about before I like it. I don't just give out likes like that.
Well, tonight we're talking politics.
We talking some politics. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have an election around the corner.
But we're gonna do it in a hip hop kind of way.
Tensions at an all-time high.
This is what I love. We're gonna talk about hip hop. I mean, we're gonna talk about politics, but from a educated hip hop perspective. And our guest, oh man.
Well, everything
don't
we
let
do
his
is
name fool you.
hip-hop.
That's right. We at 111. 111K subscribers. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button. Click the notification bell. Click all. Yeah. Did we see the presidential debate? I saw, I'm going to say, a third or more. I didn't see the whole thing yet, but I got the gist of it. I got the gist of what's going on.
The whole thing. Yes. It was a shit show.
It was a shit show.
Never in my life.
It was a shit show. Homeboy was being very asshole-ish. And I'm talking about Trump, okay? I said something bad about him. You hear that? Trump was acting like an asshole. But whatever. We're going to get into it. So listen, make sure you click that like. I'm about to bring on our first guest.
I feel like that was a subtle dig at me, Jamar.
What? What are you talking about?
I said something bad about Trump.
But well, you accused me of always pointing out the bad things about Biden.
Yeah, I would
things about Trump.
Yes, I would very much like to keep that same energy.
Because I said a broken clock is right 2 times a day. But the premise is that the clock is broken. So that would make that's a bad thing. Like a broken clock is not a good thing. But if it is right 2 times a day, you cannot discount the 2 times that it's right. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, with no further ado, let me read a little something about our guest. Let's put it into perspective. Today we have the president and CEO of Arc of Justice, the Reverend Kirsten John Foy. This brother has been one of the city's leading voices against police misconduct and structural racism for years, and as an advisor to Mayor Bill de Blasio and the Reverend Al Sharpton, Foy demonstrated. He was an advisor to de Blasio and Sharpton. Foy also demonstrated at Nassau County Police Department headquarters, demanding to know why police killed a 19-year-old man in February, and his work has only intensified after George Floyd's death. Foy is also targeting corporations to dismantle structural racism and treat workers fairly. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, welcome to the Yanadameen Godcast, Reverend Kirsten John Foy.
Woo, woo.
Peace,
Peace,
my brother.
brother.
I wish I had the clapping effects and all of that. I had it on a different machine, but that machine doesn't sound as clear and crisp as this mic I have. So we're just gonna give you the real clap, straight off the analog hand clap. And the people at home, I'm sure, are clapping as we speak. How are you, my brother?
I'm well. I want to give y'all a clap.
Thank
Earlier
you.
how influential your artistry has been on the formulation of my political views and the views of a lot of people that I grew up with that actually made it and survived in the environment we grew up in. So I thank you. I thank you for your brilliance. I thank you for your revolutionary spirit. I thank you for your artistry and your leadership at a time when we needed it. So I give you, and I want to give the African queen fairy godmother a clap too.
Thank you.
She has her bag of black girl magic dust somewhere.
So, my brother, as I stated, you know, you are a reverend, an elder. Now, I must say, I've never seen a reverend so freshly dipped in low as you are, sir. Let me give you a little solo shot so people can really get that low that you got going on. My goodness, sir. What is going on here? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wait a minute. Whoa, he's stunting on. I love it.
God forgive me.
I love it.
You said
The
God
reverend,
forgive you.
the reverend just stunted on us with the low from head to toe.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been a low head, Rev?
Not, I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn and Flatbush and Bed-Stuy, and low has always been the standard. You know what I'm saying? The standard
Were
to
you in
reach.
actual low life?
No, I was
Oh,
not.
okay.
Never
So
low
you're just
life.
a low head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There
And I
you go.
appreciate the
Okay.
distinction. I appreciate you making the distinction for people. I
Oh,
was never.
I know because I'm a low head as well, but I'm not a low life. I never
Yes, sir.
was. No,
Yes,
no.
sir. No, that's
Hmm.
that's for some people. That's you know
Yeah.
but always that's always been the standard. And so it always stuck with me. And the I'm not gonna make no. I'm not gonna try to sell Ralph Lauren to your audience. He's not putting no bread in my pocket, but I feel comfortable rocking my low.
Right.
You know, it,
Nah,
Word.
I always say, man, you got to come to the people as the people.
yes, sir.
And, when you come with certain messages that might be, just out of the realm of certain people's normal everyday
Go.
understanding or just everyday comfortability, you know, it's good to just make people feel comfortable by letting them see a reflection of themselves as they speak to you. You know what I mean? So you're definitely looking like a reflection of, I'm sure, a lot of people that watch this show. Um, so yeah, just tell us a little about yourself. You're a reverend in the Pentecostal church, yes?
I am a reverend in the Pentecostal church. My official title is elder. I'm an elder in the Abiding Love Ministries, which is ironically a conservative denomination of Christianity. They're not too into politics. I spend a lot of time digging myself out of trouble in my church and among the elders there, but I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable in that mold. I have my whole adult life, been in one form of ministry or another. Social justice ministry, really being the anchor of how I came into ministry in college, meeting Reverend Sharpton as he was running for mayor in the late 90s in 1997. And I was a leader in the Black Students Union. I was the president of the Black Students Union at Brooklyn College, and he was running for mayor. We linked up, and I started to develop my social justice ministry in the Baptist tradition. And then, I became, I went through a dark age in my life where, I was living a real volatile lifestyle and doing things that were destructive,
Do,
self-destructive.
do you care to share some of those
Yeah,
things that
so
you were doing with us, brother?
I was a heavy party guy, and I
Okay.
would do all kinds of parties, and I was heavy into drugs. The only thing I didn't do was stick a needle in my arm
Mm,
or smoke a rock. But
mm.
I did everything else, every other kind of drug. I was on
How old are
alcohol.
you, brother, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
I'm 44. I will be 45 on my birthday in February. God spared my life.
Okay.
And so after that period, um, or what ended that period was a real experience with God. He wasn't theoretical for me anymore. He became a practical force in my life, and he came and he was like, enough. And one day, I went from being high and drunk and looking for the next party and looking for the next hit to in my word every
Mm.
day, just consuming the word like I was consuming those drugs and those alcohols and those, and those parties and everything else I did. And the more I got into the word, the more I started to see the deeper elements of the word that went beyond just the superficial and went beyond just the anecdotal and the metaphorical and it became a real practical thing. I started to see myself and my story reflected in those words. And I started to see my experience of liberation and liberty. I went cold turkey. I went from putting $500,000 up my nose a week to in my
Wow.
word, like overnight, no withdrawals. I didn't have to suffer through those anxieties and those biological withdrawal symptoms. I quit cold turkey. God healed my body and my mind, and I've never looked back. And that was, I don't know, 12 years clean now. And I've never looked back. I've seen it in front of me. I've seen other people doing it. I've had it offered to me, never had a desire for it. That word was really, God became a real force, a real power in my life in that moment. It went from theory to reality, where God wasn't talking about somebody else's story and somebody else's experience and somebody else's journey with me. He was talking about my story and my experience and my journey with me, saying, I was there with you. You remember when you went through that thing back in high school? I was there. I was right there with you. You remember when them gunshots rang out and you ducked? I was right
Mm.
there with you. I I've been there with you from the beginning, and I'm here with you now. And I can't imagine my life being any different than that. But I went through that period, and so I'm convicted in my commitment to social justice, but also what I call prophetic justice. Like the Bible is my playbook. So when I engage in political activity, I'm always looking for the lessons to extract out of the Bible because everybody that's in the Bible that's spoken about in terms of leaders of nations, leaders of men, leaders of tribes, whenever they were victorious, there was a formula to it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to master the formula of victory when I'm on the battlefield fighting for justice or fighting for somebody's soul. So the Bible is my playbook. Is how I is how I govern my politics. Is how I govern my life, my spirit. How I live govern my household. How I engage the framework for how I engage the world.
So let me ask you, how did you come to? I know you mentioned Reverend Sharpton. We mentioned that you worked with as an advisor to Mayor De Blasio. How did you come to get into those positions and get around those type of people?
So in 1997, Reverend Sharpton was running for mayor. I was the head of the Black Students Union of Brooklyn College. I was in student government, and I invited him on campus to come speak, to come present his platform to us, to come speak to us and inspire us and motivate us. See, Brooklyn College is a very conservative institution. It is
The
dominated by,
Junction.
yes, sir, Flatbush Junction, the institution is dominated by people of other culture, of another culture and another religion. And so being black and radical and with revolutionary thoughts, and I hate the word progressive because it's been so tainted and so spoiled and soiled, but having a real liberation minded spirit, it upset the status quo, and it upset the leaders of the institution, and it upset the system. And so I got a lot of pushback from some of the people in the Jewish community at Brooklyn College and the surrounding neighborhood for bringing Al Sharpton to Brooklyn College, that he had no place there. And
Mm.
so I got everything from death threats from certain radical Jewish groups to a lot of pushback from the administration, and that just made me want to bring him even more. And so he heard of the controversy, and he was like, "Listen, brother Foy, it's your call, man. I'm not, I appreciate it. I'm gonna come stand with you if you want me to stand with you, but I see and I hear what's going on at the school, and if I come, you're gonna be radioactive." I was like, "Listen, heat is the only thing that I know that is going to purify what's happening in this cauldron. So let them bring the heat. If that makes me radioactive, then that means I'm gonna be transforming my environment. So let's do it." And he came, and it was explosive. We organized thousands of students to come out and hear him. A lot of people joined his campaign. It was it was the beginning of what became now almost a 25-year, 23-year journey together. He's my mentor. He's my father in the social justice movement. I've worked with him. I've worked beside him. I've worked behind him. I've worked for him. And he's always been for me a personal a personal support, but he's been a real model for how you can challenge a system and not compromise. There's a lot of criticism of him as an individual, but I've never seen anyone make Al Sharpton do anything Al Sharpton did not want to do. And that was a reflection of my own father in my life, a Southern black man from North Carolina, came up to New York, powerful, couldn't nobody tell him what to do neither. So it was a comfortable fit for me. But I started working in political campaigns as well. So after I left his campaign, I went and managed another campaign, and then I managed more and more campaigns, and developed a political and organizing skill set. So now that I'm also not only am I an activist, but I'm a political consultant. Um, I helped Bill De Blasio. He was then a city council person. I was a consultant on his campaign to get him elected public advocate of the city of New York, which is the number two guy behind the mayor, or the number two person behind the mayor. They're like the vice mayor. They sit around waiting for their shot to be mayor. And I was the head of his government relations and community affairs division in the New York City Public Advocate's office for several years. And then I decided to run for office myself. I ran for city council unsuccessfully in 2013, but then shifted immediately back to my organizing. I worked for a union, Amalgamated Transit Union, which is school bus drivers and long haul charter coach drivers and public transportation workers around America and in Canada, and then I went back to civil rights, working with Reverend Sharpton on a whole host of issues from education to police accountability, and have been able to kind of meld that professional political organizing and strategic.
Excuse me, guys. I don't mean to interrupt. Jamar, I'm gonna log out and log back in because my phone just rang and I don't know, it did something weird with the volume. I can barely hear you guys. So I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
All right.
Cool. So, and I know I'm rambling on, but I'm nervous.
Nah. It's all good. It's all good. So listen, I mean, I wanted to see if she had a question for you, but I saw a little bit of you. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I saw a little bit of you on the Breakfast Club. You were on there with my son and Tamika Mallory. And I think y'all were talking about voting, and I believe you were very much trying to get people behind Kamala Harris, whatever her name, however you pronounce it. I'm from that stance of tangibles 2020. I'm from that cloth. I feel like our vote is currency, and we should not be spending it on people that don't have anything tangible for us on our agenda. There we go, Digger.
And I hear y'all 100.
Okay, cool. So I was just saying to him, I was hoping that you might have a question for him, but I was also just telling him that I saw a little bit of him on the Breakfast Club. He was up there with Tamika Mallory and my son, and they were talking about Kamala Harris, and he was basically trying to get people to vote for Kamala. Kamala, however you want to say it. I told him I'm of the Tangibles 2020 mindset, and I feel like our vote shouldn't be given to people who don't plan on giving us anything, whether they talk nice or the case may or whatever the case may be. I know you, Digger, are of the mind frame of we just got to get Trump out at any cost, and I know a lot of people feel like that. So I'm just going to say my vote is currency. I'm not giving it out unless I get some tangibles. Change my mind. Go.
That's to me.
That's to you, and but I'm sure Digger will join in.
All right.
I mean, I'm not here to force anybody to vote. I know when it comes to that side over there, they vote regardless. Whether they rocking with dude or not, they're gonna vote because they're gonna make sure they're gonna win. But this other side is like, we're at the point in the game where we don't, like that was a game that needed to really be executed during the primaries. I mean, like right now we're there. So me personally, I would rather, I'd rather take my chances and do what I have to do to get Trump out of there, and we can stage the coup later. That's how I feel. Me personally, I'm not comfortable with a sitting president that's comfortable just dog whistling white supremacists and racists to kill us every chance he gets a microphone and speaks to national television. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know who else is.
Reverend?
I look at it from several vantage points. The vote, as you say, is currency. And I believe that we have to diversify the portfolio of tools that we have access to. Voting is not everything, but I don't see anybody turning in they dollar bills either, saying I ain't spending no money. So, if you're gonna engage in the system, you might as well avail yourself to your full franchise. I'm to elect Messiah. In fact, I'm not. I'm not sure the Democratic Party ever promised to be my vessel of liberation. I don't remember hearing any Democrat promising to free black people. That's not what I'm looking for. The
Right. So why do
Democratic.
we blindly line up with them, align ourselves with
Well,
them?
it's not blind. For me,
It's
it's
not
not.
blind.
It
It's
is
not
blind.
blind.
Yeah.
It's about.
Sure it is.
It's about. So who goes into a football game and tells their entire defensive line sit down? I'm protesting because the opposition, our opponent, their offense hasn't demonstrated themselves worthy enough for the defense. Some elections are about defense. Some elections are about holding the line on some things that we've accomplished. Some elections are
Like
about
what? What have we what have
well,
they accomplished for
I think
black people specifically?
well, guess what? We not drinking
And what do
from
Biden, not to cut you off, but what does Biden and Kamala Harris specifically have lined up for black people that we can touch and tangibly? Because they got other stuff lined up for other people. So I want to know what they have for us.
well.
They don't.
So let me just finish along this line.
Mm-hmm.
It's about defense. Trump is taking from us. He's taking our voting rights. He is about to take a woman's right to choose by stacking a Supreme Court that will vote down Roe versus Wade. He is about to take away our Social Security. He is about to transform this nation into a permanent fascist state. He is about to continue to expand the private prison industrial complex. He's about to do certain things like empower overt white supremacists to come out of the woodwork and target peaceful protesters. These are things he is currently doing that are rolling back some of the gains that we have made. There are no more biting dogs on us. There are no more fire hoses on us. I'm not saying that things are perfect because I put my body on the line to make things better. I fight against police brutality and police violence, but sometimes you got to play defense. You got to play defense when somebody is coming to take from you something that you got. And this election, it's not about whether I love Biden or not. It's about whether I love myself. It's about whether I love the sacrifices that the people that came before me made. Do I honor those sacrifices? Do I think fighting for what Sojourner Truth and Dr. King and Malcolm X died for, our liberty? And do I think that what their sacrifice was worth it for me to participate in a process that requires me to exercise power? So for me, it's not a matter of whether or not I like or respect Biden. It's about whether I respect the sacrifices that have been made and whether or not I think we need to hold a line from somebody that wants to come
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I just heard a bunch of things about Trump.
Correct.
So no one's able to articulate anything about what Biden and Harris are going to do. Everybody's argument is about how bad Trump is. Now we know that if we do vote him out, right? Like Ice Cube said, that's going to happen on the first day. Then what? January 1st, he'll be out. Then what? Then what? We've held the line. Now what are we going to do? What do they have for us?
Now we march on them.
Now, yeah, it's like that we continue making our presence felt like we've been doing. The only difference is we're not getting National Guard sick on us. And just to further add to what you said, Elder, what I think a lot of people don't realize, part of that, those executive orders that Trump signed when everybody was, oh yeah, we getting the $400 back. What one of those executive orders was also a payroll tax cut to give employers incentive to keep to keep paying people, yeah, get them back to work and pay them. But you know what those payroll tax cuts, do you know what is getting cut? What's getting cut is Social Security. What's getting cut is Medicare. So basically, and for the elders. So basically he's telling people, or I'm you know what, and I don't even want to say he, because for me it's not about Biden and Trump. I'm analyzing policies and what each particular situation and side is standing for. Forget what these two people say, because at the end of the day, they can get vetoed by Senate and Congress. Like, Senate and Congress are the people with the power. So forget Biden, forget Trump for a minute, and let's look at what they stand for. Who actually benefits when this party is in office or this party is in office? Who benefits less? Who benefits more? Who loses less? Who loses more? We are actually at more of a disadvantage when there are sitting Republicans in office.
I don't believe that. But anyway, I mean,
we
I love to hear what y'all saying. We having this discussion so that people can hear and just judge for themselves. I haven't heard anything that's really swaying me. That's gonna make me like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna run out there. I'm gonna run out there and vote for somebody who's been imprisoning black people for 47 years. This woman Kamala Harris has been out here locking black people up, and we just supposed to run out here.
Huh? You're in your 50s though. You should care about things like Social Security.
Oh, I care about Social Security, but I'm not. You're not gonna fearmonger me into messing with somebody. It's just not gonna happen. Like
it's not a fearmonger. That's not the reason you should just vote. I'm just letting you know what you stand.
Listen, like I said, my vote is currency. So when I go to the store and I give my money, I want something back. I want a goods or services. I don't want just niceties. Okay? I don't want to say, you know what, you should spend your money with me because those guys over there, they don't like you. They talk bad about you. Now, neither one of us are giving you anything, but I talk nicer over here. So give me your money. It's tantamount to that.
You're focusing on the people. I'm focusing on the policies.
And I'm saying
focusing on it all.
Hold on, it's not about
focusing on people. I'm definitely focused on policies.
I've been on the street and I've seen federal agents dressed in all black grab up peaceful protesters and throw them in the back of unmarked vans, slam the door and drive off. And you don't hear from those protesters no more. That's the kind of, I have seen reports.
Do you think that's the first time this has happened in American history?
I'm saying right now it's happening because that's what Trump wants to do. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's also look at.
And do we believe that Biden would never do that?
No, Biden, he has committed he wouldn't. But guess what?
And we believe these people. We take their word.
But hold on. At least you can get a commitment from Biden not to support a white supremacist group. You can't get that out of Trump. Okay. So a man that embraces white supremacy in your face shouldn't be looked at critically. We should look at the guy that's challenging him and say, well, hold on, you gotta, there's no point at which we say to this clown, you've disqualified yourself from my support. Like, our support is so winnable.
I'm not giving my support to either one. That's my thing.
Right.
I'm not giving my support to either one. And like I was saying to you earlier, I'm kind of happy about the line drawn in the sand. I don't like the covert racism. I enjoy overt racism. I want you to be outwardly racist if that's what you're about. I don't want you to pretend that you're not racist and then fucking do some racist shit. I want you to, if that's what you're about, wear that shit on your sleeve so I can know exactly who you are. I'd rather that.
And wearing it on his sleeve has got 7 million Americans with COVID, 200,000 of us dead.
Listen.
And the reason why,
that's a whole nother story, bro.
But the reason why it was allowed to go unchecked for so long is because at first they thought it was only black and brown people that were going to bear the brunt of it. So when it touched down in New York and it ravaged New York City, it ravaged black and brown communities. It ravaged the Bronx. It ravaged Brooklyn. It ravaged Jamaica and Jamaica Queens and other and Harlem and other black and brown communities. And they made a decision that it was okay to allow this disease to fester in those communities because it works for us politically. Now we see a country of 330 million people, 7 million of us have a disease that has never been seen before. So at some point, we got to say there's a standard by which you disqualify yourself from my consideration, right? At what point do we say, you know what, you ain't even worthy of my consideration, dog? Maybe
they all not worthy of my consideration.
Yeah, but some people,
all of them.
Yeah, but some people you have a stronger leverage over than others. An avowed white supremacist has given you absolutely no reason to believe he's ever going to talk to you about anything. But somebody that requires your support to be successful gives me an opportunity and some leverage. And that's what an election is about. It's not about
here's my bottom line.
Okay, we got to get ready to wrap it up because we got to bring in our next guest in a minute.
Okay, well, here's my bottom line. I'm here for the overtly racist president and stand back and stand by and whoop 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 and round up the white boys with their guns. As long as all us blacks got them same guns.
Okay.
If we can have that same playing field, let's go, boys.
There you go.
But we don't. So
well, we're not sure what we have. But anyway, listen, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Could you tell people where you can be contacted at, your social media, things of that nature?
Yes, sir. So I can be found on the gram IG at Kirsten John Foy. That's KirstenJohnFoy. The same thing on Facebook, same thing on Twitter. Is Kirsten John Foy or Arc of Justice, ARC of Justice at IG or Facebook. Or you can come to our website, www.thearcofjustice.com.
That's right. Kirsten John
F-O-Y.
Oh, F-O-Y. My bad.
Yeah. No, it's all good. That's
it's on there. John F-O-I.
No, F-O-Y.
F-O-Y.
Oh, F-O-Y.
Yeah. It was almost like the F-O-Y. That's why that's what I had heard in my mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The fruit of Islam. But hang on, we're gonna fix you up real quick. We're gonna fix you up. There we go. Is that right and exact, my brother?
That's right and exact. That's real science.
Proper education, the law corrects error. Yes, sir.
October 1st.
I know you heard that growing up in Brooklyn. I know you heard that growing up in BK.
Today's October 1st. Making today's.
So whoa. Hang on. You know, somebody actually asked for that. So you know what? We're gonna give them a little before we go. Today is Thursday, October 1st. Making today's mathematics, digger.
Knowledge.
That's right. Knowledge is to know the ledge. Knowledge is to look, listen, and observe. Also to respect. You know the ledge, which is the light, so you don't fall off the edge into darkness. Yes, sir. Reverend John Foy, thank you, sir.
Yo, it's a privilege, man. I appreciate both of y'all. I appreciate the opportunity to come and kick it with you, and I hope to do it again. I got my own podcast. We're about to go syndicated nationally on radio.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it before you go.
So it's called the Justice Clapback.
Okay.
And we're doing much of what you're doing, trying to spread knowledge, trying to build bridges between different sectors of our community, bringing together different minds and different philosophies to bear down on the problems that are really affecting and holding Black and brown and indigenous people back in this country, confronting white supremacy, how we tear down systems of oppression, and how we advance an affirmative agenda of empowerment for people of color, Black, brown, and indigenous people in this country. It's called the Justice Clapback. You can find it on Facebook, but we're going to terrestrial radio. We're going to be syndicated on several stations around the country, and you can get information on that on my IG and Facebook page. Go there. We're going to be releasing all that, and I hope people will tune in and get and get an opportunity to not just get informed about the current events, but also empowered by action that they can take to transform their realities and their communities' situations. So the Justice Clapback, check out my IG, Kirsten John Foy, and get more information. I love y'all. I respect y'all. I honor you. I appreciate you. And this has been a great honor of my life.
Thank you, my brother.
Peace.
And you are now a friend of the Godcast, and be sure to join us again sometime. Sir.
Absolutely. I subscribe and hit that bell.
That's right. Thank you, bro.
Peace.
Peace. All right.
Oh, so we're not separating the shows. We're just having two guests in one show.
I mean, I'm not gonna log off and log back
Log
on. We
back
could just
on.
edit the shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't know if I was doing wardrobe change or how.
Nah. We'll just keep it. You know. We'll just keep it how it is. They'll know that it's all one show. Or
two guests in one show. That's what's up.
What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all click those likes. Subscribe. Click that notification bell, but definitely click those likes.
I'm actually done talking politics. Like, I'm not having any.
I don't want to talk politics right now either.
No,
I'm
just saying, just in life, like all of a sudden the world is just is consumed with politics. I'm hearing 20-something year olds debating about politics. It's like, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Self-preservation and who is gonna serve the greater good for me and mine. That's what I'm dealing with. If that means voting for this one or not voting for that one, or dealing with local elections and really the midterm elections are the elections that have all the power. Like, voting for the president don't mean shit because we just watched.
They don't even count your vote anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say Hillary Clinton actually won the
exactly.
Vote,
so what are we even talking about?
And it didn't even matter. Like, all of this is just
it's
one
called,
big.
It's
one
called
big
an exercise in futility, is what it's called. Hang on a second. What am I looking for?
But give respect to our elders that did fight for our right to vote. So, for that reason alone, we should put some spec on that right. What are we doing?
We waiting for JD.
Oh, I'm like, wait, did I just miss something? Why did we just go radio?
I was just reading something. My bad.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I'm done with that conversation. Just period.
What the hell?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, there it is.
The fuck is up?
Damn, JD's been in mad shit, boy.
Yeah.
Kenny. What was his name?
And that's the homie from the hood.
Wasn't he Bodie on the wire? Wasn't that his name?
Bodie.
Bodie.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Preston Bodie.
Currently starring in Saints and Sinners.
Yep. Sheesh. And he been in video games. Well, all right, JD. Now, where you at, homie? We just waiting on our next guest, y'all. You want to ask us a question or something? Throw it in the super chat.
Did y'all watch
Thank
the
you,
debate? Oh, wait. I just said I want to talk politics.
Right.
Like, did y'all watch them debate?
Thank you, LJS Lawn Care LLC. Said, I'm
They
glad you disconnected yourself from Vlad TV, Lord Jamar. Well, thank you. I'm glad too. It's for the best for everybody. There's his little comment right there. Would y'all like to ask Digger or I a question?
Well, anybody going to be in the South Carolina area tomorrow? I'm performing at the Midtown Lounge in Spartanburg, Friday, October 2nd.
Wait,
Looks like they're trying
Virginia?
to open things back up. Yo, I got mad shows this month. I got a show October 10th in Columbus, Ohio. October 17th, I'll be in Connecticut. October 25th, I want to say. I'm going to be in, is it Virginia? DC, Virginia? Like, it's one of those.
Come on, Digger.
One of those townships right there on the border. But, yeah. Before the pandemic, I had a nice little 20th anniversary tour lined up for Dirty Harriet, and subsequently, September 14th marked the 10-year anniversary of Classic, the sophomore joint I did with Knot. So 2020, I got a one hot album every 10-year average. So I gotta get something out before the new year. And I'm just talking. And
all right. Yeah, no, I was muted for a second.
Oh, I'm like, and where's our guest?
And he's on his way.
Okay.
Thank you, Philip Bruce. Philip Bruce said, peace, king and queen. Peace to you, Philip Bruce. We appreciate you.
Thank you all for the donation.
Thank you.
I like this little platform. I could see the donations coming in. But see, prior to this, I just had to take Jamar's word for it.
You still gotta take my word for it. You can only see it if I click on it. God damn it! But I be clicking on them. I ain't got nothing to hide.
I was just messing.
Jamar's
a very generous God.
Come on, man.
I miss smoking with you, bro. So far away.
I know, yo. That was like a ritual after a show.
I know. To argue about the show over a blunt afterwards.
Yeah. You be fronting like you don't smoke on camera, and then
I don't. No women should.
All right. Well, listen. The man of the hour.
Oh, he's here.
Sweet to be sour. He's in the house right about this time.
My man, my mellow.
This man has had too many roles to mention. We remember him from Oz as Kenny Wrangler, or maybe you remember him on The Wire as Preston Bodie Bodis. So many roles in between that, but right now, you might know him from Saints and Sinners as Jabari Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Godcast. Right about this time, our friend J.D. Williams.
There.
Thank you.
You like that intro, bro?
That was an epic intro. I appreciate that. That gotta be one of the best intros I ever had in my life. Thank you. Thank you.
And I got an L in your honor burning right now.
Quick fun fact.
What's the fun fact?
This guy is our guest anchor, Foxy Alex's brother. Yay!
That's what's up.
Which makes you not just a friend of the Godcast, but like actual family of the
Yeah.
Godcast. Like you
Oh, wait,
actually.
Jamar, you know we got history too. Like,
Oh, we was on ours together for a second.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like that's when I met you before I met Digger as family. Like I met you
Oh,
through work.
oh, that's good to know.
And you know where we was working was an isolated area. It was confined. So
Yes.
I'm looking at you with the dreads. I know you brand new. I know what you about. You was playing Supreme Alive, right?
True indeed.
Come on.
I was
So
on my
Alexa,
way in. You was on your way out.
bro, but
But we
it's
had that little overlap for a second.
yeah, but it happened. But I recognize you. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of the brothers that came through there, man, and I knew who y'all was. So yeah, like I've been blessed to build myself up to be able to even be here to do the interview with y'all in the first place, but then to know y'all in a personal way. So I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely.
So
So-
JD actually called me prior to this, getting ready to get his pregame bag. And first thing he was like, "So did you watch the debate?" I'm like, "Wait, no." I said, "No, you're not going to do this to me right now. I need my hour block out before I get into it with Jamar, which we actually will get into it today." But
right.
I was like, I just be needing a woosah before I get into it. But he was about to take me down a rabbit hole prior to the show. I'm like, oh, just save it.
Now,
Save it
now,
up.
I was going to do it to you, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm isolated out here. I'm in ATL right now. I'm by myself. So when I'm talking to family, I gotta get at them. You know what I'm
one
saying?
second
So,
now, JD. I need to put my director's hat on right now. Could you please go in landscape mode, sir? Could you put
how
your
do I
phone
do
to
that?
the side? Just turn your phone.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, you got to take the.
I got you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta turn it this way.
But make sure that you don't have it so,
How's
because you
that?
might have it so that it
Is that what
doesn't.
you trying to see, my brother?
I want you on the. Well, I definitely. Oh, I didn't know it was that much, but I want to see you wide mode so there's not that black on the side.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and show us that shirt again, though. That's a
Oh
very
well,
nice
you know this
shirt
is
you
the
got on,
family. I
brother.
got about 3, 4 of these shirts. This happened
I
to be.
thought it was just Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, and who's that over there? The last. You got a whole okay. Oh, there. Oh, you on the shirt, digger?
Harrison.
Right.
Oh, Fred Hampton. Wow. Booker T. That's who that is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know,
Who
I
makes
wore the
that
shirt
shirt?
because I'm on the Godcast, so you know,
Of course.
you know, we want to be aware. You know, it's not about being woke; it's about being conscious. So we want to be aware of what it is we doing. So you know.
So, my brother, let's go back a little bit because you're what I call a journeyman actor. You know, I
Trying to
feel
get there.
like you're fortunate enough to. It seems like you're always working. You've been fortunate enough to go from thing to thing to thing to thing. And trust me, as an actor myself, I know that that's not an easy feat. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
not an easy feat. How did you first get into acting, and what was really your first break?
Well, moving around, single mom, you know, through the 80s, you know, y'all getting different places. If you the type of kid to try to stay out of trouble so your mom can do what she gonna do, you find activities to keep yourself occupied.
Now you are from Newark, New Jersey, yes?
100%, yes, sir. All day. You already know. Born and raised.
Okay.
Grafton Avenue, GAP. What's up? So yeah, so trying to just, you know, just be involved and, you know, be a good kid, stay out my mom's way so she could do what she got to do. I would get in and, you know, I didn't really jump on sports because, like, we wasn't a lot of places for that long. But, like, doing, like, you know, plays, theater, stuff like that, you know, you could jump in and out. Then, so even if I wasn't doing that, when I would go to a different school, like 2 days later, I would be reading the announcements in a assembly. You know what I'm saying? I'm the new kid and I'm reading an announcement already. So it was always like that. So I was like, all right, well, let me just get this together. You know what I'm saying? By the time I was graduating high school, it was I had did a couple of auditions. I did my first my first commercial on my birthday. So I just took that as a sign and just kept running with it. Like I was like, okay, well, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's about I went to arts high school.
What was the commercial that you did? What was it for?
The one that I did on my birthday, my first national commercial, that was like where it was like I saw what money you could get from residuals for real.
Right.
It was for double mint gum.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the first commercial. That was the first double mint commercial, probably without twins.
Really?
I think so. Because every commercial
so
I
they were
remember
breaking from tradition at that point with you. You was the first time they broke from. You know what? I'm just gonna go with one person on this. Fuck a twin.
I mean,
you just go with
a
solo dude.
I got to pop the gum and everything. I was like, you know, when you watching commercials when you was a kid, you was like, yo, do they put the gum in their mouth a certain way on purpose?
Right.
Yeah, you got to put it on the tip of your tongue and fold it in. Yep.
Right.
That's exactly how it was. I was tripping. I was like, damn, I'm the dude popping the gum in his mouth.
Wow. Well, at least you know it wasn't like some sort of like a Slim Jim or some shit like that. You know what I mean? like at least it was something double mint's cool. We can go for that.
That is classic.
That wasn't a swine gum either. Like that wasn't a gum that the gods would have looked down on. We used to chew double mint, but there were some gums that we didn't fuck with.
Well, I appreciate it just in the sense that it's tradition of what I grew up with, and now I'm part of that tradition, and I can make a position. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something like where obviously you're going to be in front of the curtain, but when you start getting into it, you know what I'm saying? You start trying to see what you could do with it. So it was just that something that I recognized when it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I never took that for granted. You know?
So you had that double mint commercial. What was your first what would you get? TV was the first thing you did, or film? What was the first thing you ever did?
God bless me that
everything.
God bless me that everything happened like almost all at one time. When I came in, look, I'm coming from arts high school in Newark.
Right.
4 years of that, and so I was kind of training. It's like a martial artist coming right out the school and going right into the ring, and I was ready to just do a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was competing with myself and competing with everything that was going on, you know? So I got blessed when I came out. I got blessed with like probably 5 to 10 national commercials. I did New York Undercover. I did Law and Order. I did shows that people wouldn't even remember right now. You know,
like 100 Center Street.
That was even later. 100 Center Street was later. Like, how about
But
Trinity?
that's a show people wouldn't remember. I did that too. I was on 100 Center Street.
But do you know, like this is groundbreaking shit, because did you know that 100 Center Street is the first HD TV show?
No,
remember?
But I feel like they were shooting with special cameras. Or something. I remember there was something about it. Like,
what they were shooting with the cameras that you use to do soap operas. Remember that was the same cameras that. So that's what that was when we was doing that. Like, and in that show, they had me jump over a counter, beat up a Chinese man for some Chinese food, and I poured grease on him, and I worked with Alan Arkin. It was some other shit. You know, everything is about a level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like I said, man, it's blessings all around, man. Like, this is full circle. So
I mean, I feel most people first saw you when you got within the walls of Oz.
Do-Rag King.
Hanging out with niggas like Adabisi and them niggas like that there.
Bruh.
What was that experience like? Because, you know, for me, it was fucking great. Part of it, you know, some of it kind of was like jail in a way, like the way shit was set up. Like there was really cliques in that motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
talk about it.
you know, these extras hang out with these extras. These extras hang out with these extras. You know, we got space. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, it was definitely going to be hierarchies, but it was more pronounced. Yet overall, I mean, and I said this before, like just doing Oz, that would have been 96. No, was it? It would have been like 97 to 2000, right, or something like that. Anyway, doing that for me was like going to college. You know, that was high school. That was college for me, pretty much. You know, working with everybody, getting to really get acclimated with the industry. You know what I'm saying? Building
That's
my
how
way.
I feel it was for me too, in a way. That was like acting school for me.
Yeah, it totally was, because, and just like you said, it was still structured to be isolated and segregated the way it was. It was also structured to have like a theatrical environment. So it was more like doing a play than it was
Right.
necessarily like doing a TV show. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So that's what we was on, you know, because Oz was always on some Greek tragedy anyway.
Exactly. It was
You know?
That's what it was. It was supposed
Hmm.
to be a Greek tragedy type of play format, and I
Right.
guess that's kind of why it worked so well, you know.
Definitely. Because they already knew what they wanted to do with it from the beginning. That's why.
So how did you get that role? Did you audition?
Certainly, I went out and I definitely auditioned for that role. And like I said, I've told this before, but I'm here doing it here on the Yanadameen with y'all. I actually went in for the audition from Alexa Fogel and threw myself off camera like this, like during the audition. But I
Right.
was just raw like that because I was doing the audition, you know, and I was doing the other person's actions in my head.
Uh,
So, you know, and out the corner of my eye, I saw her look to the side, but I just kept going with what I was doing. You know, I
right.
wasn't caring about, and I got the call back, and then I went in the room in front of Fontana and Levinson and her, and then they called me, like I was like 8 blocks away, and they called my agent and told them that I had to part after that. So
Yo.
that's how it popped off. But I mean, the main thing is that, you know, the way, even though I was trained and I, you know, as an actor, I still did something raw that I probably wouldn't even have the balls to do right now. Like, I can't see myself throwing myself off the camera right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Right.
crazy because I know
Right.
too much.
Right.
Before,
But
when
that
I
was just
didn't
your
know,
instinct, your
yeah,
instincts at
and I
that
just went
moment.
with it. You know,
I
like,
feel like
so
that improv works though, because even when I was auditioning for 13 Ghosts, like I couldn't even, like I was so hung over, the words were literally moving off the page, trying to read the sides.
like
I
Beautiful
had to,
Mind.
I just balled them up and said, "Can we just wing it?" Because like I can't read this. I don't know what's happening.
Well,
And guess
that's
what?
a lot of times directors do want somebody who's free, but they don't want you to get in their way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, do what you're gonna
Hmm.
do, but just, you know, let my vision
But you
still
got to
be
be
a
able to
vision.
take direction.
Exactly.
Yep.
Just add on to what it is. Don't take away from what I want to do, but add on. So
Hmm.
if a director trusts you to do that, and you can get away with it, and you can build on it, and you can build that type of reputation, you get away with more. That's what makes comedians so valuable, because everybody expects them to create the character from what it is. They, like, you know, we already wrote a bunch of stuff, but we expect the comedian to do like 10, 15 takes where he just gonna make up a bunch of stuff and just be whoever he is. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Kevin Hart or, you know, whoever it is. So that's what, you know, that level of acting is when you're given that type of green light, you know. So that goes into it. And like Digga said, like, when, like, I love her stories about, you know, 13 Ghosts and stuff like that. It's like directors are like, well, look, if that's going to enhance the story, then yeah, let's do it, you know. And that's when the best art comes out, you know.
So you're blessed to be on an iconic show like Oz.
Yes, sir.
Then you get a quick episode on Law and Order. Then you get to go on The Sopranos real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Homicide.
already this is sounding like Trinity, Homicide, Third Watch,
Yeah,
Sex
Bro.
in the City, like you was rolling.
Wait, where you was at in Sex in the City? I know that entire.
He played Sweet Sauce in
Hold
Sex
up,
in the
because
City.
I asked him to change that character's name. Anyway, it was when Samantha was dating the black dude, and her sister didn't like it, and he was managing some rappers, and he came to the club, and we had to break up the fight between Samantha and the black sister. I was one of the ones that grabbed Samantha.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta look again. I was about to say, I pretty much.
I didn't have like a recurring role or anything. It's just like popping up, like you said. Like the thing is, like I made the rounds, but that also came from that whole at the time of coming from Arts High, where I went to competitions, I trained for competitions to win trophies and shit like that to act. So when I did get the opportunity and I first came into the industry, I was pretty honed on what it was I was trying to do. So I could be professional, I could show up, I could remember my lines, I could break down what it was I was supposed to do, and I could look like the character. Plus whatever else it was they were seeing in me, whether it was because I was light skinned, short, non-threatening, whether I could be threatening, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Funny, like, oh, he's the rap scallion or the thief with the golden heart, whatever it is, I'm gonna give it to, I'm gonna be able to do it. But yeah, when I came in ravenous, because it was a lot of dudes when I first came in, especially going through the audition circle that was there that I was already watching do it. You know what I'm saying? Dorian Missick, Michael Ealy, you know what I'm saying? Merlin Santana was around. I'm looking at people where I'm like, yo, I've been watching y'all do this.
R.I.P. him.
Yeah, R.I.P. And I'm here watching the homies. I'm like, yo, now I'm here with y'all. And then when I started walking on auditions and they're saying to me, here come this motherfucker, I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing something.
Right.
And not to mention, there was a lot of people, a lot of brothers from Newark, like on the same track.
Omar Scroggins, Omar.
Yeah.
Yo, we was all running around. It was a bunch of us running around, like just going ape shit. Like, especially through that 90s, it was a cycle. You'd be like, we all knew, like, yo, for this three months, he gonna book everything. For this 2 months, he gonna book everything. For this 1 month, he gonna book everything. We was on each other like that. Like, at the time, I learned that real quick. And then, like I said, that's when I knew I was in, because the brothers started giving me a certain level of respect. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and hold that down. And everybody that was doing that, I saw them elevate. So, whatever my pace is, I know I'm still elevating too.
Word.
So you were doing all of these, iconic shows, but these are all journeyman, one-off type of joints. Then you get to a classic. You land your part of Bodie on The Wire.
Thank you, my brother.
I don't know what that noise is. Is that somebody's
that's
phone?
my phone. I'm gonna just decline that call.
Okay.
Are we back?
They called you right on time, like
I thought
Bodie from The Wire. Bodie from The Wire.
You spoke it up. Like. Spoke it up. But thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
So you land that part.
That's Alexa though. Alexa saw that for everybody. She saw us. She saw everything.
And when that came out, I so wanted to be on that show. Here's the thing. I didn't go through Alexa when I got on Oz. Now, I was straight through Tom Fontana. Fontana just put me on the show because O'Reilly, Dean Winters,
Maniac Dean, that's the
was
homie.
his boy. And, Scott is on there. And then their other brother was a writer on there, which I didn't know at the time. So their whole family was like,
all involved. With this guy. Involved. And all four of them look just alike.
Right.
It's four of them.
So
that look just alike.
So I got on the show without even having to read. Like, they sent me the script. I get there that day. I'm like, these motherfuckers, I could be illiterate. Like they don't even know if I can actually read. Like, nobody asked me, can he read?
I didn't even know you was that comfortable. Because when we was talking, like I said, I came up to you. I remember everybody that came to the set, especially, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that was in the music and, you know, that I was looking up to at the time, I came to y'all always first. I never let y'all come to me first. And so I remember coming up to you and talking to you, and I felt like, you know, I wouldn't have got that from you. I thought that, you know, you was there, you was going to be like, all right, I'm going to do this thing. You know, I did videos before, you know what I'm saying? I've been around people and shit. I thought you had it like that. So I didn't never question your acting. And then if from what I remember of the show, you was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't pop out to me. So yeah, I never got that. Like, I ain't know it was
that was the first thing I ever did, though. Like, you know what I mean? As far as
blessings,
real acting
still
shit.
Rolling.
So now we get to The Wire, right? And the reason why I brought that up is because now Alexa Fogel, you know, since I was on Oz, for that show, she was looking at a lot of people that was on Oz, right?
Oh yeah.
So
we all got cycled.
So she calls me in for an audition for The Wire, like when it's first starting. They're trying to put together the initial characters, and I think the first she called me in first for what was the character that Wood Harris ended up playing?
Avon
Barksdale. So called me in for that. Come on, that's fucking Wood Harris or whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
So I didn't get that. She calls me back though, right? And they send me a script. And you know who it was for?
Omar. I'm gonna say Omar because you didn't take the role.
Right.
It was for Omar. Now, at first, I'm reading it. I'm like, holy shit, this is perfect. Like, it was all the gangster. You reading all the gangster shit he's doing,
he was
right?
set up. Yeah.
And then there was a part in the script where
and
now Omar turns and like kisses his boy or some shit like that, some crazy shit like that, and it was like, oh man, I said, now you see, I said, why they had to fuck this up? I would have killed this.
Nope.
So I said, I'm not even going. I'm not even going. I'm not even gonna audition for this fuck around and get it, and then I have to say no at that point. My way of saying no to this is I'm not even going. So no disrespect. I told my manager and all of this, no disrespect. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not going for that. And let me just tell you in the future, you know, as my manager,
don't do that no more, right? Right.
We was kind of new, yeah. Listen, I'm not that comfortable of an actor, like, you know what I mean? I'm not that comfortable of trying to do some shit where, you know, I play a homosexual and all of that. Not that I'm hating on them and all that, but I'm not ready to do that.
I feel you.
You
and look, it's the acting shit, especially if you're trying to stretch an actual character. It is a journey to get to do something. You ain't like, yo, I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna be able to go and play that. You know what I'm saying? It's what you have to, you know, build out, you know, especially when you know that it's going to reach the masses. Now, with that being said, with the Omar thing, or with for me personally, with a gay character, like I said, it has to be within context. There's certain things that I won't do. If I'm telling a story, if I'm with the art or the artist or whoever my partner is, as far as acting and whatnot, like I can take all of that into account, but I even have my own limits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like everything for me has to kind of serve a purpose, you know? So it's not to say that I would or wouldn't do anything, but everything got to serve a purpose.
Well,
for me.
Have you ever had to play a gay character before?
Yeah, I think I played 1 or 2 gay characters. I know I played 1, but I didn't have to kiss a man or anything. It was more of the explanation of this person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's called Happy New Year. It's it's like One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's about a bunch of veterans that's in a asylum, and we dealing with our traumas. And my character, his trauma is that he got blown up in the Gulf War, but he just happened to be gay. But that don't have nothing to do with, you know, what I'm dealing with, and you know, as far as that goes. But it is a part in it, but I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's what you can express and what you understand and what you're willing to try to understand as an actor. So somebody could watch that and be like, oh, you might not even notice that my character was gay if you wasn't really paying attention, you know? But there's certain things that, like I said, you can reach for. It's the same thing. I remember when I first started acting, I used to be like, yo, somebody could pay me to put on a pink bunny suit right now. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, somebody could pay me to put on a pink bunny suit, and I gotta maintain my integrity when I do that. So am I doing it for a reason? Am I doing it just for the bread? You know,
Right.
what's the deal with anything that I'm doing? You know? So I try to always keep that within context of anything I'm doing.
So for me, there's no context. Like, I don't give a fuck what it's explaining. You know what I'm saying? That's just for me. Like, I'm not looking down on anybody else to do it. I'm just saying, for me, like, I don't care if I don't have to kiss a man. Like, I don't want my character to even be connected to that. But that's just me.
No. I totally, like I said, I totally understand it, because there's a part of me as a man that is averse to that. Yet, as an actor and as an artist, that's what I have to fight with. And I really can't, like I said, I can't go but so far with myself as a man. So I still gotta fight with just even that, just to express these things. You know what I'm saying? Like if anybody was to look at that movie, it's a nuance. You know what I'm saying? So we talking in general, but of course, me as an individual, I got
you weren't like an overly effeminate homosexual character.
It wasn't.
This
about
was
that.
just something about his backstory, basically.
Yeah,
that's
what
backstory.
it was. Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, it wasn't. But yet, like, even like you said, even for that to be in the backstory is still giving up something of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so, just even to be able to do that, it takes something. You know, like I said, that's the certain commitment. Like, the commitment that certain actors make to, if they're not actually gay, to kiss a man, that is something that is a journey in my mind that is like really far, far away. Like, I'm like, I can even see how some people could just be like, maybe they just not freaks and they just, I don't know, maybe they just can leave their bodies. I don't know. But that is a far thing for me to be like, all right, well, I'm just going to really separate myself from myself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even an actor who can automatically cry. So to be able to be automatically that different from yourself has to take a journey. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel?
And if you can make that transition fast, you done been through a lot of shit.
How do you feel about the wearing of the dress question? How they try to get people to wear a dress. You said they can ask you to put a pink bunny suit on. Would you put a pink dress on if asked?
I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said, this is where, like, as an actor, like, look, if you asking me as a man, like, if some dude just said, yo, come to this room and I'm gonna pay you this money just to wear a dress, no, I would
like
never do
the
that.
Chappelle shit, how they approached Chappelle.
Well, hold up, because look, Dave is my nigga. Yet he wore a dress, and I would wear a dress for the same reason, because it was funny. If it's funny, I'm gonna put it on. If it's funny, I'll probably do it. If it's funny to me, but if I think it's for somebody else's amusement or pleasure, more than likely I'm not with that shit. But if I think it's funny, I'm gonna go with it. Now,
but nine times out of 10, this is not going to be your idea.
And
You're gonna be like, it's not going to be like, you know what would be funny?
No.
What if I put a dress on?
I didn't say it was my idea. I said if I thought it was funny. Now,
right,
I could be doing somebody else's script, and I can still find it funny.
Right, but you can find it funny, but it's still someone else's idea, And although you might find it funny, they could have ulterior motives
Of course.
for why you're putting it on. You see,
There's
although you
always the
find it funny.
subliminal and the liminal. There's always the liminal and the subliminal. Like, so check this out. In Robin Hood Men in Tights, Mel Brooks, one of the funniest motherfuckers ever created on the planet. That's one of Dave Chappelle's first movies. He had a dress on.
Oh shit, I remember now. I do remember that.
And he said what he wouldn't do for $50 million, but he did what he did for Mel Brooks because he thought it was funny.
Interesting.
So, like I said, as an actor, and this is the struggle.
I see what you're saying.
I just don't
like,
think that shit funny.
You know, it got to make sense. Like overall, it got to make sense. It can't be just some producer or some executive's homoerotic ass idea. Like,
see, this is why you're the serious actor. This is why
if you can personally make the bridge with your brain to it, and that bridge is not something you got to jump a million hurdles to get to the other side, then you know you can do it. But if you gotta fool yourself into doing some shit and to get to the other side of it, and then you know even if you do it when you get to the other side, you're gonna have lost something. Just don't do it. Like, see, I mean, that's me.
I told Jamar a story the very first time I appeared on the show that I was auditioning for a role. I think it was like some vampire shit where I was supposed to be like Jessica Alba's girlfriend, and I show up to the read and Jessica Alba is there, and it's Jessica Alba, and I gotta kiss her. Literally, it was like, oh shit, you know what, guys, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I had to have wasted.
Wow.
I cannot kiss Jessica.
Nigga is a true female. She's 100% nigga. I can't do holla. I don't know. I gotta give you that. That's rare.
Jessica Alba. It's Jessica Alba. I was like, I'm sorry to have wasted everybody's time. Like, I tried. I was like, all kind of shit was going on in my head. I'm like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm sorry.
That's amazing.
Okay, you know what, guys? I'm sorry.
That's amazing. Bitch trying to slip her tongue in my mouth.
And you know she's a billionaire right now.
You said a billionaire?
No, not that it means anything. I'm saying, but that's what we do. Like, we know how to sidestep the bullshit, no matter what it is. Like, it's not us.
Right, and it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Certain things don't matter to us.
I wouldn't have been the best actress for that role because that would have just been weirding me out trying to like convey this on camera.
I got one for y'all. First time, it might have been the first or the second time I auditioned for something on Sex and the City, right? This is back in the Oz days, right? And it was to actually play a transvestite on a corner outside of one of their houses that was just like complaining about something, and they was going to be getting on their nerves, right? Now, I knew. Now, I'm probably 20 at the time or something like that, right? But I'm like, yo, I know I'm not going to do this shit, but I'm going to show up to the audition just to show these motherfuckers I'm not scared of y'all, right? When I showed up to that audition, and it was other brothers sitting in there. Yo, we looked at each other so crazy.
Like, oh, where like, you showed up?
But look,
like, nigga, you showed up too.
Like, yo,
you like, here too, nigga.
What's your reason?
Right.
You here for? Yo, so it's like you always getting tested. Now the thing is, like, you know,
and then one of them real trannies walk in the room, proud as a motherfucker,
but
twirling, spinning around.
That was the thing where I was like, we sat down. I ain't gonna blow up who was there because I remember who was in that room. We got there because we always getting in there and out. I already know. But I was like, yo, they gonna find somebody who really do this. They not gonna give us this role. They just wanted to see if we was gonna show up, y'all. I told brothers this. I was like, yo, they just wanted to see if we was gonna show up because they're gonna find somebody who's really like this. I do
think they should offer those roles to, you know, to transgenders. Like, let a transgender person play a transgender role.
I mean, of course.
I do,
I'm
do
pretty
see
sure
that.
they do offer them roles to people.
No, you
It's
know,
just
Right,
not. There's not a lot
but
of.
they also enjoy, okay, and this is part of what they do in the industry, period, behind closed doors. They enjoy getting people who are not with that to do it because it's
Yeah.
all about the power. Let me see if I can make this motherfucker go against some shit that he really don't want to do. If I could get him to do this, I can get him to do anything. What did Jaguar Wright just say about Puffy?
She going off.
Oh, she going off. You heard her latest allegations, Digger?
I tuned out like video number 2.
We'll talk about it at another time. But anyway, matter of fact, we'll probably
Matter of fact, I
we'll
tuned out
we'll
right
probably
around
get
the
her
part.
on the show. Matter of fact, do y'all want to see Jaguar Wright on the show? Let me
I
see it in
tuned
the
out right
comments.
around the part where she mentioned my name.
She mentioned your name. I don't remember that. I didn't hear that.
No, it was just it wasn't like it
I was
wasn't.
about to say, there's so many
direct to
videos.
me.
I might have missed something. Shit, because she
No.
going in.
No, it wasn't direct to me. She just like she used me as an example to make a point, but like bad example. It was something along the lines of like
When
who's
she said
booking
Queen
my big or
Latifah, MC
something.
Light, and you, is that when
And
she
I'm
put all
like,
y'all in the group?
actually, I stay booked and busy, sis. But go off, great point, but bad example.
I thought she linked you. Was that when she put you and Latifah and Light together? Was that something she did?
I don't know. It was something she was trying to make a point of like the shelf life of female rappers or something, and she said something along the lines of basically like who's booking me, and I'm like, last I checked, I got like 4 shows in the next 3 weeks, but go off, sis.
You do you.
Okay, yeah. I missed that, but that's the little stuff she gonna miss already because she off on a big picture because and not to spurn anything because I wouldn't do that because that's not even my realm. But when people got stuff on them and they feel like they got to get it off, they gonna get it off. However they get it off. So I mean, I wish her the best. You know what I'm saying? For real.
God bless her. I hope.
Yeah, sis got something. She got something on her soul. She got to get off. So somebody gonna catch some straight bullets.
So let's bring it up to speed. Saints and sinners.
Please. I'm getting so tired. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted.
Look, we gotta
Saints
walk around
and
landmines.
sinners. That's what you on right now. Let's talk about that show.
Okay.
You play a character, Jabari Morris. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that familiar with this show like that.
Okay, you got time.
Put me on.
All right. So
Sell me.
All right. So what I tell you is
now, who's the creator of this show? Is
hold
this
up.
Tyler Perry?
No. It might feel Tyler Perry-ish at first, only because we in Tyler Perry land. But this is not created by Tyler Perry.
And meaning Atlanta.
Yes.
Are you filming at those studios?
No. We are not at Tyler Perry studio.
Okay. All right.
But let me tell you, the storyline is it is a melodramatic black soap opera full of, drama and twists. And
now, what network does this come
on? It's on Bounce TV, regular ass TV. If you got a speaker wire, you could plug into the back of your TV. You could probably find Bounce somewhere. We in the 5th season. It got me, Clifton Powell, Vanessa Bell Calloway.
Oh, come on.
Christian Keys, Keith Robinson, Jasmine Burke, Dawn Half Kenny, and then everybody that's in Atlanta comes through the motherfucking show. So it's really a showcase, for a lot of black talent that comes down and comes through. I've been trying to say like, I wish, certain people, Digger, whatever, y'all submit, come through, do some stuff, like it's like that.
What do you mean submit? You got to submit to be on the show?
I mean, let them know you interested, yeah.
Hang on a second. What's in your cup, sir? What you sipping on?
Oh, this is just some brew. It's just beer.
Oh, okay.
Nothing heavy. I ain't
because
doing
some
that.
of the people in the comments wanted to know. Like,
oh no, it's just beer. I'm not going
on?
hard. I don't want to look all crazy for y'all.
Okay.
I just finished filming this season. Yesterday was the last day, so we officially wrap probably today or tomorrow, and it should be out. I would think in April or March.
And what kind of brew is that you drinking, sir?
Right now, I'm drinking Heineken at this particular moment.
What is your beer of preference?
It depends on what I'm doing. You know, y'all gotta study all your libations. You gotta study all your libations.
What you drink, Guinness Stout sometimes? Is that what you're trying to say?
Nah, I'll go between I'll go between
front end
Heineken,
lifter,
a Heineken, a Corona. Sometimes you might hit a Youngling. Sometimes you might hit a Red Stripe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing, where you at.
With the Stella? Fuck with that
Stella. Yeah, if I'm with my uppity boys, my uppity homies, I'm drinking Stella.
My uppity boys.
My uppity boys.
That's not an uppity beer, nigga. I drink Stella, man.
Nah, my homies be on that Stella, bro. Stella is like
no uppity, Jamar. You kind of.
You know what? I think it's
talking about Cinderella.
I think it's the foil that make me
you
think
and that business. Y'all a little uppity.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Oh, so anyway, go ahead. Keep telling me about the show. So, you said so. Submit. You got to let them know why. I mean, how about
just send a picture? Somebody be like, "Oh shit, Lord Jamar, Rod Digger want to get on here." Boom, let's figure it out.
All right.
You know, y'all got weight. That's what I'm saying. Look. Come on, man. We done had. Look, Tammy Roman came through crushed shit. I didn't even know she could act that well. She came through crushed shit last year. Early on,
we had fantastic on what was it? Family something on BET. It's like a black family, like a black dynasty show. Damn, it's something on BET. I don't know what it's called. It's like family.
Well, she came through and murdered our shit. She did excellent last year. Candy Burrs done came through.
Family business. That's what it is.
Family business. We done had people come through the show, and like I said, I'm not talking about the regulars. Like we done had Tyron Turner come through. We done had Tank come through. We done had. I know it's a million people I'm forgetting. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like that's how they work.
Tell me about the what's the premise of the show?
It actually
had a blackout down there.
I got you. Actually, what it is that it like I said, it's basically melodrama. It's about how it's this community and all of the backstabbing and double crossing that comes out of it. But
so it's these are black people with money.
Hold up, no, this is the twist. That's supposed to twist. Okay, it's a faith-based community, like a church community. So it's church people just doing each other wild dirty.
Right. And they they fucking and all of that, right? Right?
That's
Pastors
the twist.
Is fucking yeah.
That's the twist. But check it out. Like the first couple of seasons, it was also wrapped around a mystery. Like the first season, you'd be like, oh, somebody got killed. You need to figure out who killed this person. Then it ends with another mystery. So, but it's evolved, and now it's evolved into something more because the fans are really driving what it's becoming. You know what I'm saying? It become more sharp. Like it was really like the first season, it was really trying to be close to what Empire was, but it didn't need to be that.
I never watched Empire.
No, but for all the reasons that you didn't watch Empire, this show transformed into something else that it is. It doesn't have unnecessary storylines. It doesn't make other stuff up. It just gives you the straight, like, all my children, telenovela drama, and let's just go. It's not about programming an agenda.
Does it have men kissing like Empire?
No, it does not.
And ladies and gentlemen, this sounds like a show I can watch. It sounds like a show I can watch. Saints and Sinners. I like this. I like this. Yeah. Because you know who just lost me? Power Book 2. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'll be watching that anymore. Huh? What?
No, my boys. Did you
see the latest fucking episode? No, thank you.
Yo, but hold up. My boys is calling me, warning me about Lovecraft County.
Listen, I don't watch none of this new shit at that
I
P
tried to.
Valley. I don't
I
watch
actually.
none of
Everybody keeps
the
telling me
Shy.
that, man.
The
I'm
Shy. Let's talk about the Shy for a minute. The Shy thought it was gonna be the new Wire. Okay? But nothing fucking with the Wire like that. It's too classic. It was written too well, and not to put down the writer, but they're putting some unnecessary stuff in this show as well. And it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Can
it's
can
like
we have a show without all of this nonsense, all of this unrealistic shit that does not really happen in the hood that you're trying to make us feel like happens in the hood, all like this to this degree? I mean, we know certain shit happens, but not like this. Not like how y'all trying to push it right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Every
it's
show, goodness
the
gracious.
agenda is for everybody to try to be inclusive, right? But of course, everything is money driven, and you want to bring as many people in as you want to bring in for whatever it is. But that's just something like whether we can battle it or not. That's just what they're going to do, and
because it's trending.
that's it. That's just what they're going to do, and I don't know, man. How can we beat it? I mean, it's not nothing to be beat, really. It's just, that's why we're supposed to create our own stuff. But like back to something that me and you was talking about earlier, Jamar, like we gotta, push the traffic that we trying to get and that you want to see, make sure that they come through and see what they want to see. So they don't gotta feel like, you being barraged with stuff that you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing else to look at. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I'm down here and anywhere else I go, man, I swear, in the Northeast, we got the worst radio. We have the worst radio out of anywhere. We play like the least songs. We play like 7 songs. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You could. How many times you switch from one station and go to the next station and they playing the same song and they almost at the same point in the song?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Down here, they be playing all types of old stuff. Like they mix it up. And anywhere I go, even in LA give it up like a motherfucker. They'll play some old LA shit from back in '86 out of nowhere. Like you'll be like, damn, y'all just.
That's how radio used to be.
Oh, but it's just like my point is that it's like where especially where we from, but everywhere it's like people not only don't they pay attention to the history, it's like they don't even care about the current shit that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is so disposable, and then the people that's on top know that they got to reach even faster to stay on top, Let's talk about the Tory Lanez shit. What's up with that?
I like how you're throwing topics out there. Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's going on.
There's a lot of conflicting information. I'm not sure what's going on.
And that's the worst part of the whole situation. Because this would have been some simple shit like 20 years ago. It would have been mad simple. What?
Something is definitely rotten in there, Mark.
I mean,
what?
They're saying, they're saying if you were shot, where's the broken bones and the tendons? And I don't know. Like when you look at the wound, I don't know. It didn't necessarily look like a gunshot.
She was definitely shot. It's been confirmed that she was shot. The only thing that has me like a little on the fence is that why hasn't Tory like officially been charged, right? Like she all but said it out loud on on IG, like I got shot, and the bodyguard says he got shot, the friend says he got shot, but the cops aren't charging him yet.
Is he deported?
Him saying no, he didn't. I don't care about that. Like,
is he deported?
I don't think so.
So he's still in America right now.
But the fact that he just dropped a new album.
Right.
That don't mean he's in America because it didn't look. Them people that in that video didn't look American to me.
What do you think about that? Him dropping music, talking about that shit right now. Like, is that tasteful? Distasteful?
No, it's
what did you hear what he said in the song? No,
it's extremely distasteful.
But did you hear what he said in the song though?
Some of the stuff, yeah.
I
Well, what are
listened to
you
some of
referring
it.
to exactly?
Like the whole theme of the song, like, I mean, for some reason, obviously, I don't know if it's algorithmic or what, but everybody's really avoiding his subtext in the whole song, like who he was really talking about in the whole song.
Look at this. Look at this comment right here. Yo, y'all motherfuckers is hilarious.
Oh shit! What? Even with he got his logo and everything. Yo,
Yo, that's
They
hilarious.
should have never gave us the internet.
They said this this
I
Vlad
say that
bot
every day.
is annoying. All right.
Every day. But yeah, it's like, yo, what he was talking about, he started off the whole thing from the fall, and then the whole praise Allah, you know, that's whole thing. Like the whole song was going at one person. We all know what he was talking about, like
Right.
now, and nobody's saying nothing about that.
oh,
Well, no, I have
don't
heard
know.
some people calling him out about the shit. Bun B, I think, said some shit to him. Somebody
To
else.
Tory?
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm
like
sorry,
not straight to
'cause
him, but like
I
like,
really didn't
you know.
listen. What was he talking about? What are we talking about? I didn't
All right,
listen.
all right, fuck it. I ain't no rapper, so I don't give a shit. Look,
Go ahead.
in the song, he was going at Hove. He was talking about Jay-Z in that
Oh,
song.
whoa.
That whole
I ain't
song
hear.
he was
I
talking
ain't
about
hear that
Jay-Z.
right there. Whoa. I ain't
Oh,
hear.
listen to it again. And now that I said that, listen to that whole song. That boy is going at Jay-Z.
I
That
thought you was
whole
just
song.
talking about the part where he's talking about you know, the Meg the Stallion and why'd you get in the car with me after that if I shot you and all this type of shit. And,
I heard some shit where he was basically like gushing over Kylie Jenner. I'm like, oh, okay, like
right, he said
that,
I would have left with you even though I like Kylie. But what are you talking about? This Hove part?
I'm like,
What is
bye.
that?
All right,
Bye.
so look, it's this song he got. I can't even remember the name of it, but he put it out day before yesterday or whatever. But it got like 4 million views in like 2 hours. Nobody's talking about that for some reason. We're gonna just leave that. We're gonna leave that in the dust. You know what I'm saying?
What's he saying in the song though? What's he
But
saying?
like I said, in this song, if you hear it, like it's a bunch of subs at Jay-Z. It's a bunch of subs at Jay-Z.
Really?
Like, you set me up. You've been trying to get me for a long time. You never got me. I done beat you a bunch of times, and I'm here. He's even,
Whoa.
the more you listen to it, he's even doing Jay-Z's flow. He doing this and talking like this through the whole song. And like, you don't hear that at first because it's new, but he's throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going in there. Like,
I mean,
and so
I ain't gonna front. He is a talented little dude. Like,
nah,
he can
like,
sing,
I'm telling
he
you,
can
like,
rap, like, you know. But all of this shit is just, I don't
and,
know, man.
and then the hook is this part in the hook where he's saying praises to Allah, praises to Allah. So if you being slick about it, that's still talking about Hove, because you don't want to say that. And he talking about how he got away. So I mean, you got to hear the song. I don't know. I'm not even into this new stuff, but they push it on you, so you like, yo, what happened? Especially when you like a grown man, a dad, and you want to know what's going on, and like, well, what happened to the girl? Like, what is going on? Like, because look, she didn't have to take a direct shot. It could have been a ricochet off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it was. Either way, she was injured. Obviously, gunshots went off. She was injured. That's that. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, me as a man, as a dad, you know, brother, all that shit. Bro, that's your girl. You were supposed to be watching, protecting her. If she got shot, that's you.
Right, on your watch.
That's you,
like,
bro.
Whether you did it or not.
It's like whether he did it or he didn't do it, he got shot on you. And that's the part that's bothering me. It's like nobody is giving a shit that this black woman got shot.
Right,
that's taking me out.
Like,
Look,
okay, as a father,
he had a bodyguard
right?
in the car. That was his bodyguard. She
Right.
had no bodyguard.
As a father, if I send my daughter out, you know, with a guy, and I'm like, yo, make sure you take, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't give a fuck if he better not have been the one that shot her, but at the same time, You better not have let her get shot.
She getting clowned. She got memes made out of her. Motherfuckers is questioning if she lying or not. Oh, Tory hot. Like,
they question
it's
more
like,
than that.
That's
like
part of her
everything
storyline. Part of her story.
this black woman got shot.
I'm sorry. Part of her storyline is that she really is out here by herself. You know what I'm saying? Her mom passed, and her record label. She got problems with them. So part of her storyline is
she said
is
she got her mom on her
isolated.
dead.
Yeah, part of her storyline is
too.
about being isolated. So all these people, all of these dudes, everybody coming through with teams. You know what I'm saying? She got to figure that out, like on her own, whatever is going to happen. Luckily, it wasn't like a drug deal or no shit like that. Whatever caused it was some
we
random shit.
really don't know.
Yeah, and that's
really don't know what that was, to be honest.
And that's the crazy thing, because it's like putting a silver platter in front of a bunch of people and telling them you're never gonna lift up the cover.
People saying, have you heard his side? He said Rock Nation framed him after he
got
his masters back.
Yeah, he said that in the song. He said that in the song. He said a lot. I'm telling you, it's a video. The only reason I heard the song is because it was a video. It's a video for the song. And I'm telling you, he looked fresh as fuck, except for at the end, Jamar, he wearing some girl clothes at the end. But other than that, he looked fresh as fuck in that video.
How you go from being fresh as fuck to wearing some girl clothes?
Because they make edits. They cut, they just put that shit in at the end. It wasn't in the beginning, like the first 3 minutes. Then at the end, it was just this scene change where he was wearing some girl clothes. And I was like, what the fuck happened? But, he was good in the first 2 minutes for me.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. What's gonna come of that, man?
Yeah, I that's one of them situations. Like, I can't. It's hard to really speak on it because it's like new details are constantly emerging. This one side speaks. This one side speaks.
But that's not why it's hard to speak on it. It's hard to speak on it because neither one of them telling us nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Because you don't know. Like, I don't.
Somebody, even Biggie and Pac said something. They was like, "Nigga, you shot me. Fuck you. I fucked your bitch."
Like, I ain't shoot you.
Yeah, somebody said something. They ain't saying nothing. They just letting everybody just feed on each other.
Well, Meg is saying he shot me, so I don't know.
But it's still questionable now. Like, that could have been. That should be easy for us to figure out. Like, at first when it happened, I'm like, hell yeah.
But it's like, but what makes it hard?
Why do we got questions?
Like, why aren't the cops going straight? That's like perfect opportunity. Arrest this young rich black man who ain't even from America, little celebrity rapper thug animal person.
At least tell on him.
Like, that's a cop's favorite target.
Yeah, like, oh, we could just bother somebody. Like, come on now. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, they shouldn't. Like, my point being that just people with platforms and power obviously shouldn't just leave the people that's following them in question like that. That's just fucked up. That's what I think. Excuse my language. I can curse on here, right?
Of course, you can curse.
So what? That guy?
I'm just making sure.
Wait, I pointed to who I'm pointing out.
That guy. Have you run across any like future JD Williams? You know what I mean? Like a little dude that's been like, yo, he kind of remind me of me when I was younger. Like, he's kind of hot. Like, he's starting to do a lot of shit like how when I got hot, and I could see him being.
I mean, I've met
mad
talented young bros. Like, talented, yes, but I don't know if dudes could really have a run like we used to have before. Like, because we used to be able to go out and compete.
Same with me. Same with music. We literally just had this conversation today.
So, I mean, even if it is like, he's not gonna get to, go out and, do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do know a lot of dudes that's talented as hell that know what they want to do, and they sharp at it, but they not gonna get to, compete, like, lose shit and really have a rival and all that type of shit. Nah, they ain't gonna be able to do that.
Well, you said have a rival. Do you have a rival? You got an acting rival. Who's your rival?
everybody's your rival when you're doing
That's
it.
right.
Okay.
Everybody.
Whoever's going for that part when you're going for it. That's
See,
your
Jamar,
rival.
that's that attitude I was saying yesterday that's missing from for me from the MCs of today. It's like, do y'all go in the booth and actually in addition to wanting to create the best vibe, the best art,
Right?
are you in your brain saying to yourself, yo, I'm about to shit on this. Let me see what this nigga
You
verse
know, get
sound
on
like.
top of somebody, right?
That to me,
Yo.
that's what's missing.
I think a lot of the answer for some people is no. Like
Oh, we know
they
that.
just
Oh,
want
I
to
know
make
that.
some catchy shit. Like they don't
That's
give a
evident.
fuck. It's not about, they want some shit they could just bug out to or whatever.
No, that's
Nah,
painfully.
I mean, well,
obvious.
like I said, and the thing is, like, also we can't really. That's the reason why we at that age where like we got to learn not to be quote unquote salty about it, because it's like when it switched real fast for us. We came from seeing records and tapes to MP3 players, mini discs, and now like shit is all digital. So we had to make the fastest transition. But everybody we talking to never seen none of that pre-shit. You know what I'm saying? Never seen that, had to wait for anything. So that's why they like, oh, well, you mad because I ain't have to wait. And we like, no, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to tell you that maybe, it might be a little bit better if you did wait a little longer. They like, why I gotta wait? And then they go off and they make $100 million. And then we sitting here looking like, okay, whatever. And then something happened to their ass more than likely. But it is what it is.
Now, you know what I'm just noticing now that I just put you on solo and like kind of put you on the close up? Time has treated you very well, young man. You still look like
You look exfoliated.
you're looking like young Bodie. Now, I've got to ask you, have these white people tried to taunt you with some adrenochrome?
Nah, man. They might
They didn't try to hustle no adrenochrome at you, bro.
Nah, I don't need any of that. I need to go get my teeth fixed. That's what I need. But other than that,
I mean, see,
man.
we know good black don't crack. I mean,
Yeah, and
it is what it is.
We tell people it's water. Look, I'm gonna tell people, look, water, and I don't even drink as much water as I should, but water, good sex, a lot of laughter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta laugh and don't be fucking stressing.
I was just gonna say, don't stress.
And don't stress. If you can relax, the more you can relax.
Stop
That's
worrying
it.
about
Like,
shit that you have no
shit is
control
gonna happen.
over.
It's gonna happen. So those are my things that I remember that I think keep people, quote unquote, young looking. Because first off, even if you're 40, you shouldn't look old anyway. So that's that. I don't think. But if you happen to look younger than that when you are there, yeah, that's the keys. Don't all that shit. Like imagine if I drank a gallon of water a day, I probably look like a damn teenager.
And moisturize.
Nice and exfoliated. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Digga tired as a motherfucker. Thank you,
I told
Digga.
Jamar beforehand, like we gonna keep these short. I gotta get some sleep. No, I gotta.
You already know.
And travel to South Carolina tomorrow. So I best be getting my beauty sleep.
Y'all gotta have me back, yo. Have me back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make me one of the regulars, like we used to do regulars on that other fuck ass channel.
What's your IG and all that?
It's the real JD Williams, but I'm on the IG blackout right now. But I'll probably be back in a week or two.
Okay.
The real JD Williams.
When you come back, you'll probably have a bunch of new followers waiting for you.
That's what's up. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all already know. Look, I came through with the God and the Goddess. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Brick City's finest, JD Williams. I'm gonna let y'all know. You already hear the Yanadameen Godcast, so you already know what you're supposed to do. Like, subscribe, follow, tell everybody else to do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. We got so many other platforms that's ours that we can start building up. In the meantime, while we getting off the other shit, Let's do that. Make sure you follow your people, find out who they are, get at them. This your boy JD Williams, Brick City's finest. I'm here. I appreciate Yanadameen for having me. You already know. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
My guy, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Shit. Always love, man.
Always. Hey, sis, you know I'm gonna talk to
come
you
back
soon.
through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get up soon.
No
all right?
doubt, bro. Much success
God
to you,
bless.
bro. Yes,
Peace,
sir.
baby.
Peace. All right. And that concludes our program for this evening. We thank everybody for coming through. Don't forget to press that like button on the way out the door. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Go tell a friend to subscribe. Let's get some B1s in the chat before we go. I want to see some B1s in the chat, because this is a Black First space. Where's my B1s at? Oh, there they go.
So B1. So is that your beehive?
No.
Is that like the Godcast hive?
No, that's in Black media. A lot of people in Black media do the B1. This is just
We need a Godcast hive. Now, like Beyonce has her beehive, Nicki has her barbs, and Rihanna has the Navy, Meg has the hotties. We need, like, what are we gonna we need Yanadameeners.
Well, yeah, man. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that donated to the Aisha. Peace. Everybody that donated in the super chat, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And yeah, we're gonna check y'all on the next one. So once again, for Yanadameen Godcast, I am Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga Digga. Peace.
Peace.